Hello book besties, welcome back to my channel. I'm Emisu, a book lover that's always on a binge. It has been a while since I got to sit and talk with you guys. I was out traveling a lot last month in September, and now that we're in October, which this video is a little bit late for, we are doing our spooky TBR video, and I'm gonna let the Wheel of Fate decide once again. I've put a couple books that I thought would be perfect for the spooky season, and we have various types. We have some thrillers, which I'm pretty excited for because I've never really read a thriller before. The closest would probably be the Mindfuck series. Amazing stuff. So I figured I'd put a couple in there, and they're all by the same author, Frida McFadden. I heard she's the queen of thrillers, and she's the author that I see people talk about the most. I also put in some spooky gothic romance books as well as some dark romance books. I think I put about 12 or 14 books on here. We're gonna choose 5 of them that we definitely have to read, and then the rest we shall see how we feel in October. I'm in a bit of a slump right now after reading this book right here, Alchemized. So we'll have to see. We're gonna choose our first book for the month, and it will be Lucy Undying. Do I have a physical copy of this book? No, but I've been really wanting to pick this up sometime soon, and I thought October could be the month. And it looks like it is. It says, a vampire escapes the thrall of Dracula and embarks on her own search for self-discovery and true love in this epic seductive gothic fantasy. Love that. Her name was written in the pages of someone else's story. Lucy Westenra was one of Dracula's first victims, but her death was only the beginning. Lucy rose from the grave a vampire and has spent her immortal life trying to escape from Dracula's clutches and trying to discover who she really is and what she truly wants. It also says a crime reads best book of the year, so it has some thriller to it, I want to say. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay, let's choose our next book. Ooh, we have Hollow Heathens, which I do have a physical copy of. This is a dark gothic fantasy romance. This has also been on my TBR for the longest time. Ooh, it says a forbidden, timeless, and haunting love story. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Fallon who was taken far away from home shortly after she was born. A home that held more than strange traditions and bizarre superstitions. 24 years later, she returned to Weeping Hollow, a town she'd only heard about in stories, during restless nights under a marble moon in the middle of the night to take care of her last living relative. Once upon a time, there lived a mysterious boy named Julian with a curse as old as centuries wrapped around his soul. He was one of the Hollow Heathens, the very dark creatures who caused the townspeople to live in fear. And the Blackwell name was stained with darkness and death. They called him a monster, cold and hollow. They said I shouldn't go near him. Still, there was this aching pull to Julian Blackwell that I couldn't escape. A nostalgic pull as if we've been here before. This kind of reminds me of Fairy Tale. I'm still in the middle of that, by the way. But it's actually good that I haven't finished Fairy Tale because it also fits October's spooky season. Also, the male character's last name having Blackwell, which I read Phantasma last October, and the male character's name is also Blackwell. I know it's totally different authors, but if it's a Blackwell, I might really enjoy it too. Now, I don't know how many books are in this one. There's book 2 right there. I don't know if there's a book 3 yet. I don't think there is, but it might be a trilogy, it might be a series. Our third book will be ooh, we got a Frida McFadden book, The Inmate, which is somewhere around this room. I just ran out of place to put it. Sorry for being out of frame there. We have The Inmate by Frida McFadden. This will be my first thriller read for the month. It says, the guiltiest people aren't always the one behind bars. Facts. As a new nurse practitioner, I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse, but she's a nurse practitioner. Anyway, at a maximum security prison, Brooke Sullivan is taught 3 crucial rules. Treat all prisoners with respect. Never reveal any personal information. True. Never ever become too friendly with the inmates. But nobody knows that Brooke has already broken the rules. Oh, girl. Nobody knows about her inmate connection to Shane Nelson, one of the penitentiary's most notorious and dangerous inmates. They certainly don't know that Shane was Brooke's high school sweetheart. The star quarterback, the golden boy who's serving a life sentence for a series of grisly murders. Wow. Or that Brooke's testimony was what put him there. But Shane knows. He knows more than anyone, and he will never forget. I'm kind of scared to read this. I'm feeling a sort of possessiveness coming from our male main character. I know it ain't no romance. I don't think it is. Could be. I don't know. All I know is it's a thriller. It's dark. And it's supposed to be scary to an extent, suspenseful. So I'm hoping to get exactly that. Fourth book will be... Okay, that was unexpected, but we got The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. Another thriller to bag for October. It says, she's looking for the perfect man. He's looking for the perfect victim. Am I gonna be traumatized after this? Like, am I gonna have trust issues? Okay. Sydney Shaw, like every single woman in New York, has terrible luck with dating. She's seen it all. Men who lie in their dating profile, men who stick her with a dinner bill, and worst of all, men who can't shut up about their mothers. But finally, she hits the jackpot. Her new boyfriend is utterly perfect. He's charming, handsome, and works as a doctor at a local hospital. Sydney is swept off her feet. Then the brutal murder of a young woman, the latest in a string of deaths across the coast, confounds police. The primary suspect, a mystery man who dates his victims before he kills them. Sydney should feel safe. After all, she's dating the man of her dreams. But she can't shake her own suspicions that the perfect man may not be as perfect as he seems, because someone is watching her every move. And if she doesn't get to the truth, she'll be the killer's next victim. It even says, it is in a dark story about obsession and the things we'll do for love. Yep, dark, obsessive man. I think Frida McFadden is following that trend, that's for sure. The Inmate, The Boyfriend. And finally, the last pick of the month by our Wheel of Fate will be... Oh, Enigma by Runix. This is a dark gothic academia romance that I've been eyeing as well to read in October, and looks like fate has made sure that I actually do read it this month. And this is by the same author as Gothicana. I have not read Gothicana. So, but I don't think I need to read Gothicana to read Enigma. I think this is a standalone of its own. I'm intrigued. It is a steamy, dark academia romance filled with taut suspense. Sparks will fly, rivals will become lovers, terrible truths will be revealed, and an epic love will change everything. And the art? Yeah. Now, because we got like 2 Frida McFadden books, and they look pretty short, I kind of want to add one more book from our Wheel of Fate, and we'll make it 6 books instead. Who doesn't like an even number, you know? The Wheel of Fate will choose... Hold on. Ooh, one more dark romance. It is called Dear Reader. I actually just picked this up very recently because, you know, we have a never-ending TBR over here. We have it right here, Dear Reader by Tate James. Do I know anything about it? No. I just saw it in the book score and I was like, hey, it looks really cool. And how the second book connects to this one, like with the edges itself. And the title is also very enticing. Dear Reader, never look a gift horse in the mouth. What does that even mean? That way you don't see the rotten teeth. Okay. In this case, the gift was a scholarship to attend the prestigious Nevada University. The rotten teeth, well, they came in the form of my brand new stepbrother and his little cohort of entitled, arrogant best friends. 4 dangerously handsome and stupidly wealthy men who made up their minds about me long before we met. Men who were used to getting everything they want, no matter what the price. I was a big girl. I could ignore them. Then came the secret society hazing, kidnappings, wild parties, foolish stunts. Even so, I could handle myself until the secret and stolen moments with men I had no business falling for. It was enough to give a girl nightmares. Men, she says, men. Did I just pick up a reverse harem? Is this a why choose romance? Wait, because Dear Reader, this was only the beginning of my ordeal with the Devil's Backbone Society. How do I know? I read about it. I just checked on Goodreads, and it is a why choose romance. Lord have mercy on me. Send prayers for this one. Alright everyone, these are all the books that I'll be reading for the month of October for our spooky TBR. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing spooky reading month, and I'll see you in my next video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!